Time! It's like calf roping around here. Just don't bounce back in your 40s like you do in your 20s, you know? Stole the wife's hair dryer here. You know, you just gotta hold your mouth right. Some kind of mystery meat blue. Just sit on the old tailgate like a country song, I guess. Give on her a little bit of tooth, buck nasty and ready to get buck wild. Acceptable level of cleanliness. Bounce House Auto Body. House wrap on here. Crotch blowed out of that one. Scratched it up, I knew it. Oh. See that vertical? End up back at physical therapy. You think anybody's ever taken an S10 to Pebble Beach? Good morning, welcome back to the Fixin Rusty YouTube channel. I'm your host, Rusty. And today I've got a very special, they're all special, episode for you on the S10 again. This is the last one, I swear, for a while. It's the paint and body episode. It's the one I know you've all been dying to see. I'm going to teach you a few things about paint and body, most of which you probably didn't want to know, but I'm going to teach you anyways. No, it's mostly just going to be entertainment. I'll go over a few things in the process, kind of some of the stuff I do. You might learn a thing or two, but hopefully you're just here to be entertained. So, but we do have a new roll pan, said roll pan. We've got a new to me Junkyard hood outside with minor hail damage to repair that it's better than this, I guess. This would be repairable if you wanted to, but you know, got a new one. So we've got that to do. Let's see, we got fender flares. I got some flares off of Blazer at the Junkyard to kind of help, you know, hide the rear tire a little bit on our offset. We got a bunch of new parts and pieces. We've got new park lights, new turn signals, bezels, a new grille. What else? New tail lights, new door seals, new mirrors. Basically all the things to church this deal up a little bit and make it a, you know, proper going to town rig, as they say. I think first things first, good place to start is maybe a little tear down. We'll go ahead and get some of the trim and stuff off of it. I already took the mirrors off. Get the trim, you know, get the lights in there. Go ahead and, you know, get the juices flowing for today and start off with something easy. So let's do that. It's fun and it makes you feel productive. I don't know, let's get it done. Okay. Good thing I didn't waste time gluing all the hood structure back in, although I did waste time painting this. This little project's kind of escalated, as you might imagine, as tends to happen with any project. I was gonna leave it alone, but you know, sometimes when you're rummaging around the junkyard, they're like the old trash panda, you find stuff and you know, you just gotta have it. Well, I had to have it. It happened to me, so that's where we're at with all this mess. Should probably get a container for these. There we go. That's supposed to stick? Harbor Freight. What's going on here? A little mix and match anti-theft trick. GM uses these Torx bit screws, which nothing wrong with a Torx bit screw. It's just kind of an interesting choice. I guess they think there was a, I don't know, a rash of headlamp bezel thefts on these or something. I don't know. It might be a wall hanger. You have to hang on to that to commemorate the journey. And time. It's like calf roping around here. Let's see, now we have to figure out how to get the park lights out. Okay, I got it. Wasn't really that bad, just had to, some kind of technique like that. And this goes this way and down and out, just like that. It's that simple. All right, we got the front end disassembled. I guess we'll go ahead and, let's go ahead and put the trim back on the front, see what it looks like. Might as well, we're here. Yeah, that'll be fun. Here's some before and after of what we're working with. These are obviously our old park lamp lenses. There you go, a little bit different. Turn signal indicators, man, the bezels. I mean, come on now, it's gonna make a huge difference. Well, y'all missed it. I just tripped over that extension cord, pulled a damn muscle in my hamstring. I could have been killed. It was rough. Just don't bounce back in your 40s like you do in your 20s, you know? I'm not saying I'm old, but it ain't the same, that's for sure. Stole the wife's hair dryer here. See if we can't trip a breaker. It wouldn't be a Fixin' Rusty without a breaker getting tripped at some point. What you want to do when you're using the heat gun is basically get the glue so hot that it starts smoking and puts off toxic chemicals, to which you then breathe in, and that's when you know that you've got it hot enough. Or when the grill starts to melt, that works too. That's hot. Didn't need to look at that for very long. Into the trash bin. Oh wait, we were gonna keep this for a wall hanger, weren't we? The nostalgia, we'll add her right up here with the old Larry's grill. Larry's my 1977 C10. That's the brown one. That's kind of my, you know, that one's special to me. But that's the original grill off that truck up there too. Show you the difference in the grills here. Old one was the, I guess, Argent Silver. And I mean, why not get a chrome one, right? I'll tell you why I got the chrome one. It's because that's the only one that Rock Auto had, and it was like $43. So that's why it's got a chrome grill. And our little emblem here, or foil, I've got it retaped. This is just 3M VHB tape, I believe they call it. Just emblem tape, nothing special there. So I do kind of hate this grill because it's got this weird flat spot on here. I know that's a, you know, trademark deal. They can't do that. I get it, but it just sucks because this will go on there. But I mean, I don't know. It's gonna kind of look like garbage, but I don't know what else you're supposed to do. I guess overall it's an improvement, so that's what we're gonna do. If you guys got a better solution and it doesn't cost an arm and a leg, just let me know. All right, I'm gonna heat this up just a little bit. This might give her a little better chance of sticking. Just be careful, don't melt it. Need to get our tape here excited. Yep, there it goes. There's the breaker. You just want to get it, you know, just hot enough to where it burns you, and then stop. Push her down. Yep, looks. I mean, the emblem looks fine. The grill just not my favorite. Okay, anyways, it's got an emblem on it. It's met that standard. I'll show you what we're working with here. I mean, it could look worse. Okay, let's see if we can get this Chinese grill and Chinese lights and Chinese bezels in. Missing some of the little grommets. There's supposed to be these little grommets that the screws screw into here, these little plastic inserts. I don't have them. I looked into ordering them, but had to order them in bulk, and it was going to cost more than I wanted to spend, so I didn't do it. We got 3 of them, and then these other 2 are here that we don't have, so I think I'll just, you know, shoot a self-tapper in those, and that'll work. All right, 3 self-tappers later. Who needs those fancy clips? And our grill seems to be installed, or a little closer on one side than the other. I don't know. I'm really hoping these fit well. I'm not in the mood to fight aftermarket body panels. All right, we got one bezel on. Does it fit right? No, not exactly. Will it work? Sure. This one a lot smoother on the park lights. These fit a lot better. It's amazing the side that hasn't been crashed before. It's much easier to get the park light in and out of. That side wasn't bad once I kind of figured out the technique. You just got to hold your mouth right. There we go. You want to tighten it until you hear it kind of go crack and then stop. All right, let's take a look at it. Man, what a difference that makes. Especially those park lights, the turn signal lights, they just pop on that blue now, that amber. Oh, this is looking good. Looking better than I thought it would. I took the fuel door off of it to take that to my local O'Reilly, which is also a paint store. Get them to mix up some 9222 medium blue metallic, also known as paint code 23, something like that. Well, anyways, I think I spent about an hour of my life in that O'Reilly, and that wasn't because there was a line out the door. That was because he couldn't get the paint color right for some reason. I don't know what the deal was. He said he tried to mix it 2 or 3 times. One time it was too milky, then it was too this, then it was too that. So he just got out the chip book and found one that looked the same as this color on the chip book, held it up to it, and mixed it for me. So I got something called bay blue, I think. I don't know, some kind of mystery meat blue. So, you know, hopefully it's right. He said, you know, if you blend, it'll be just fine. And I said, I'm not blending anything. Now I understand, you know, you're not gonna get it perfect, and you probably should blend in the real world, body shop world. You're definitely doing that in a warranty slash comeback type situation slash insurance is paying for it world. But that's not the world we're living in. Taillight time. I'll sit on the old tailgate like a country song, I guess. Make it easy on ourselves. It's got those little Torx head screws here too, because, you know, GM, they don't want you stealing their headlights or taillights. Ooh, a little dirty in here. Just ignore that. Okay, the one with the duct tape goes on the top. Okay, think that's gonna make a difference? Something tells me that's gonna make a little bit of a difference. This one right there, check. This one in the middle, check. And the bottom, ish, somewhere, maybe, eventually, check. Seem to already have a bit of a mediocre fitment. Huh, what the hell is that? That's kind of garbledy-gook down here on this corner. I'm gonna have to trim. You just can't get any good Chinese parts these days, you know. Silly me, just expecting these to bolt in. No, you gotta get a pair of 10 snips to get your tail lamps to fit right. I'll just do a little massage there. Oh yeah, that's a lot closer. I think that'll work. The fit's terrible. It's a pain in the ass, but it's worth it. Look how much brighter that is versus this side. That's the old lamp. And the new just really wakes it up. Let's see if we can get that other side on. And the other side, now replaced. That was a little bit less of a battle than the left side, but still was not the easiest to get on, but they do fit. They don't look too bad. Man, sure wakes it up though. New mirror. Well, why? Because it was missing one. This is really starting to clean things up a little bit. Well, now I should have got new hardware for the new mirrors. If I don't over tighten this, careful with it. There we go. Okay. All right, and a passenger side. Trying to holler at me. All right. Tight, tight, and tight. What do we think? Yeah, big difference. Looks like a different truck. Just for reference, here's your old versus new, and how big of a difference something like that can make. Wow. Wasn't entirely happy with the valance with the trim black, how that turned out, so I just did the 2X rebuild on it, and it looks a lot better. That gloss will die down a little bit once she dries, but much better. I've never actually even cleaned these jams. They're kind of nasty, so I figure you know, why not? We're here. Isn't that how every bad decision starts on a project? Why not? We're here. Well, needs transmission. Let's go ahead and pull the motor and rebuild it. Why not? We're here. The frame's kind of nasty. Why don't we clean that up? Why not? We're here. Well, we could just pull the whole front clip off. Why not? We're here. So you know you got a full-blown restoration on your hands. All right, let's let that soak for a minute and clean her down. This is where all your old rags from buffing and polishing come in handy here. Just reuse them. This might be the package I'm the most excited about out of all this stuff, and it's probably the most boring, but this is the precision weather strips. The door weather stripping. Is there left and a right on these? 111082, there shouldn't be. Nope, all the same. This thing had, I think one of them was either gone or not much left of it. The other one, all the soft rubber part was completely gone. So they were doing no good. So they got trashed pretty early on. Let's see if we can do these. Now I've used Precision stuff before and they make, in my opinion, the best aftermarket rubber. I've done a couple of kits on C10s and stuff, and it's really nice. Typically you want to start this stuff like in the bottom on the floor. You're also supposed to have sill plates. I don't. One of them was gone other than like a couple pieces of it, and the other one I had to break it to get it out because the screws were all rotted off in it. So I don't have that. Also, don't put it on backwards. The rubber part goes to the outside dummy, and you just work it down. Work it down. Kind of put a little, when you're going around the corners, put a little downward pressure into it while you're doing it. That way it doesn't try to pull back later. Okay. Give it a good push down in the corner. Kind of nasty in here. Somebody should have done something about that. Oh well. Oh, sharp curve. Sharp curve. Hold on. I'm gonna have to work this one back up in there. Yeah. A little more. Okay. That should hold. There you go, installed. One weather strip. Pretty simple. Just hammer it along the pinch weld everywhere. Down here, when you get to the end, these always come with a little bit extra. I just use some 10 snips to cut through the metal inside here. So trim the outside here, then just snip through that and push it through here. Ideally, you're gonna have a sill plate. There's the holes for it. Little sill plate that runs here, kind of, you know, lock that in and kind of cover that too. So you normally wouldn't even see that. And you should have that to keep from accidentally kicking that open. But that's it. Let's get the other side done. Back from lunch and got the second door seal in. Nice and tight. There goes our seam. Much better. Much better. This thing rattled and flopped. Our door gap was off. The door sunk in way too far at the top. Now it's lined up. Much better. And all the haste of working on this thing, I forgot to restore the frame rails. So we'll do that now. And try not to paint the jambs too bad. Sorry, the rockers. Try not to paint the rockers too bad. Yeah, we'll just get into there real good. I wonder what that means, RC. Huh. Richard Childress? I don't know. What do we think, huh? Looks pretty good. Need this to look good for when we're, you know, pulling the front wheels off the ground. There we go. Both frame rails now restored. Fresh off the rotisserie, out of the powder coaters. Perfect. Well, I decided we probably need to clean up the interior a little bit, so I went ahead and soaked down the door panels, and we've got our assortment of bristle brushes to attach to the drill. I'm gonna try that and see how well it cleans up. I know it's not gonna be perfect, but can we just make it look a little bit better, maybe at least? That sure does something. All See? Be careful when you're using it. I suppose it's about time we do a little bit more cleaning on the interior versus just, you know, kind of the rough one we did the first time. So this will be good for it. Maybe get some of the, you know, rat turds and stuff that I didn't get the first round out of it. You needed it. I debated a few times whether or not to keep this fun steering wheel cover, but it's got to go. I think O'Reilly's got a pink one or something that's got like some fuzzy dice on it. We're definitely going to need a new one because this steering wheel is disgusting. Oh my goodness. Oh my. Okay. Oof. That's gross. Nailed it. Ugh, I don't even want to touch that. All right, finally got this thing all cleaned out, I think, at least until the point I'm tired of cleaning. Doesn't look too bad. Came around probably better than it. Probably looks better on camera than it really is, but I mean, about as good as we're gonna do with this thing. About as good as we're gonna do. Clean that back glass up, the old farmer window that I don't know some of you guys don't like. But it cleaned up pretty good. Looks much better now. It was nasty before. We got in there with some Quad Zero steel wool and glass cleaner on both sides of it and really cleaned it down. So I think that's going to be good enough for now for the interior. Next up is going to get into the paint prep and the paint. I've got one of the flares still, I think, and throw over there. I've got to work on that to get it to fit a little bit on the quarter panel on the bedside. Those came off a Blazer and they fit a little bit different on the rear ones. The front ones are the exact same. So we got to do a little work there modifying that. I've got the roll pan, it's ready to go. I just need to scuff it up. And what else? Oh, the hood. Our hood, said hood right out there. It's going to need obviously prepped, gone over, whatever dings it's got in it. I think I saw a couple hell dings in it. Work those out, prime and block that, and get that in some sealer and get it ready to paint. So I'm going to start on some of that probably tonight. I'm about to have to call it here for a little while, but I may have a little bit of time tonight after the kiddo goes to bed and see if we can work on some of that prep. But I think it turned out good. I got the glass cleaned inside and out on the doors, windshield. And then this one turned out pretty good too. And we got a door that shuts like it's supposed to now. I mean, it's starting to be a pretty good little truck here. Good morning. You joined me in the middle of, well, at the conclusion of Scotch-Brighting down our E-coated roll pan here to get our sealer to stick and our paint to stick. Give on her a little bit of tooth. Now that she's buck tooth, buck nasty, and ready to get buck wild, I think we need to move on to the hood. I got the fender flares done last night. They cleaned up pretty decent. They were absolutely nasty with dirt and grime and grease and grit. Got them to an acceptable level of cleanliness here. And went over those with a red Scotch-Brite too, and when I was cleaning them, so they should be as scuffed as they're going to get. Not going to do any prep on those or anything other than just adhesion promoter and paint them. There's some little nicks and gouges and stuff, but it's textured, so you really can't repair it. It is what it is. And that's fine. That'll fit the theme of the truck with the dents and everything else. So yeah, I guess next step is the hood. We need to go over the hood, sand it down, prep it, get it ready to go, get it ready for repairing any dents, dings, filler. Oh, what else? I got one other thing for you. I just remembered last night, oh, pardon the snack mix here, Christmas gifts. That's mine, stay away. I bought all new front end parts for this thing, steering parts, I should say. What's that? Idler arm. Center link, tie rod ends, adjuster sleeves, quick steer, the cheapest ones I could get on Rock Auto. So I guess I got to do that at some point. I completely forgot I had those. I've been sitting on the shelf here for a little bit. Well, yeah, I get those added into the mix here as well. but I think we need to do the paint and body stuff first. All right, well, welcome to the body shop. We just finished construction on the body shop, add on to the shop, which is adjacent to the outdoor welding studio. I got 180 here. I was gonna try if this will stay on. Otherwise, I got some 220 and I got some 80 grit. So I don't know, let's try a little bit and see what happens here. This surface just has some real light surface rust and some dead paint. I don't think it's gonna be too bad. So famous last words, right? Crank it up, there we go. Yeah, not bad. Quick pass at 180, you can kind of see or maybe see a good bit of checking down in the paint, more than I thought there was. So I'm gonna have to keep going on this to get some of that out of there, you know, chips and stuff. We may need to get a little more aggressive, may need to go to the 80, or I think I have one of those stripper refinishing, resurface deals, but I was hoping to, to not have to go all the way down to bare metal, but we shall see. All right, let's try it with some 80. All right, that was too slow. Let me try 80 grit on this thing. I don't know, maybe this will work. Oh, that's aggressive. There we go. All right, it's been a little while, but there we go. I got it mostly stripped, good enough. Use that restoration wheel deal. Worked probably the best once I got through it. I took a 60 grit on that roller and took it off, but it was a little rough. But that restoration wheel kind of finished it off. I left a little bit of it. It's just, stuff's a pain to get off. I'm kind of just tired of it. Well, it turns out it's gonna be a little bit too late today to get the paint booth out, get it all set up and start priming. It's already after 3 o'clock. And it's New Year's Eve and we have dinner plans. So yeah, it's pretty rowdy around here on New Year's Eve. See if you can get to dinner, get home in time to put the kiddo to bed, and then get tired, probably fall asleep, then probably get woken up by the fireworks at midnight. And there you go, New Year. New Year's Eve's amateur night anyways, right? Give these guys a coat here. Oh yeah. Brand new parts, nice and shiny. The reason I'm replacing these is, well, it's twofold. First is because it was really cheap. I think I bought all this for like $80 on Rock Auto for everything. And the other one was, this one was worn out in the truck. You can see it kind of moving around when you turn the steering wheel. So, you know, if you're gonna get in there, you might as well replace them all. Gentle. Said gentle. Wasn't gentle. Oh, I love cotter pins. I love them so much. Whoa, what was that? I think it just broke my creeper. Well, as luck would have it, can't seem to find my 18mm wrench. So I grabbed the right wrench, the crescent wrench. Oh, I'm gonna lose it in the frame rail. Man, fire trucks are already out. It's early for that, isn't it? It's 4:30. There we go. All right, all in one piece. Good morning, back at it. Let's get to our paint job today. I'm gonna put the front end replacement on hold for right now, and I think we'll save finishing that until, I don't know, maybe we got paint drying and there's nothing else we can do. So first things first, we got to get the bounce house set up so we can do some painting, and we'll get the hood out there, get that thing laid out. We'll get a coat of primer put on that. So, all right, let's do it. Welcome to Bounce House Auto Body. Let's take you inside so you can see what we've got going on in here. There she is. Wall-to-wall coverage. Now if you've got a birthday party coming up, maybe a bar mitzvah, maybe a work function, school function, maybe you need a nightclub, call me up, let me know. This thing doubles as all that stuff. We can turn it into a bounce house, a slide, we can do whatever you want, paint your car. You name it, we can do it. Well, this is the fun part of body work when you're, blocking an area you think you've covered and you discover how big the area really is. This is all high spots, anywhere where it's doing that. So we need to expand this area much larger out to cover out past this to work this area. So what felt like a dent right here was really a dent all right there. But now we see it. So we need to just wipe this whole thing, put another coat on it, and keep going. Getting a little dusty in here. All right, I'm pretty happy with this. It's nice and flat. Got a couple low spots right here to work in, so I'm gonna put a little more right there. Everything else I think I am done with. Clean these up still. Got that one done. Those over there done. So I think we'll finish this one up. Come back, put a little bit more on that, feather that in, and then we'll hit it with some more primer, and then hopefully that's the last coat of primer. Then we'll go ahead and finalize, block this whole thing out, and get it one step closer and ready to put the sealer on it, hopefully. The good thing about filler primers, it really doesn't matter how good of a job you do, you're just gonna sand it off. So too thick, runs, perfect. Let me show you a little something here too. This is gonna show up really good on camera, I think. And you'll see here, we've got pinholes in it. Hope you can see that on camera. Some pinholes in the body filler. I kind of tried this trick a while back and it actually worked pretty good. Instead of using like a putty, just kind of take your primer, whether it's spray can or, if you're spraying it out of a gun, either one, and just, daub it on there. Just third grade this deal. I'm sorry, this is more like kindergarten level. Just kind of push it down in the pinholes, spread it out. Like I said, you're going to sand all this off anyway, so, and it kind of works itself down in those pinholes. Get yourself, make yourself a little bit of a run. And I don't know, it seemed to work for me when I've done it. So just keep smearing until you're confident you've made a complete mess out of the panel or your pinholes are gone. All right, first round done, just hit the 320. Well, not done, all the edges and stuff I still got to go back over. From there, I'm gonna jump basically right to a 600, cut to that. I've got some, actually I don't know, I gotta look and see if I have any 600 for the DA. I might not, I might be doing this by hand. But anyways, here's one way you can kind of see where your work's at, the old wet check. Just get it wet, it sort of mimics your clear coat, and you can see what you're working with. You check your body work out, see how flat it looks. Over here, we had a couple dents we filled. We had all those little ones over here. See, I'm not done here with the 320, where I did my, filling this in by hand. There's still a bunch here. I got to get all that out. Missed that. Now that I'm looking at it, I have to go over some of this and get it, but it's looking good so far. Okay, I'm finally done. 600 by hand. Would have rather done it with a DA, but that's fine. It turned out all right. And I didn't quite forget, but I almost forgot that I didn't notch this yet, so. Okay, good enough. Now that I've carefully masked this off, didn't do anything, I'm gonna go ahead and paint it up. Yeah, that looks pretty professional. I'll take it. It's black. What the hell? Oh, what in the world? Well, here's a fun one I can say I've never had before. I hit the hood with some wax and grease remover to start to clean it to paint, and it literally starts pulling the primer off where the rattle can stuff is at. I mean, melted it. So now I'm gonna have to go back over and reblock all this crap. The part that was the original spray primer's fine. It's this stuff here that was out of the can. Boy, it just like pulled it off. I have never seen that. Look at it, just balled up, gummed up. That is ridiculous. Come on, man. A lot more work, cheap product. There you go. Use the real stuff. Save yourself some time and headache. All right, I got a spray out test pattern already done. We're in the ballpark. This primer is definitely darker than what I was hoping for. It's shit is not far off black, which isn't great, but it is what it is. We do need a sealer on this because we got exposed bodywork, exposed metal, so this is basically the epoxy to separate that from moisture and be the barrier. So anyways, let's see how bad we can screw it up. Yeah, a hell of a lot darker. Okay. Anyways, let's do our edges first. And here we go. Okay, done. I'm gonna try to go ahead and get this stuff painted tonight, and I'll just show you a little bit about the setup. This is what we got going on. Yeah, it's a real deal paint booth. Get your panorama there. And breathe it all in. Well, don't breathe it in, not in here anyways. Breathe it all in. You know what I mean. Well, for this one, I guess I'll go ahead and get suited and booted. Put the old house wrap on here. Got the crotch blowed out of that one. Man, this one's about seen it. Better days. What do we got here? I think that stick's probably not gonna do it. Let's get another one. What do we got in the cabinet that's not covered in cobwebs? This one looks pretty good. I hope this is the right color, because we're not blending. All right, 8 to 1 to 2. We're working 50s. 8 times 5 is 400. So 450 to 550. So we need to hit the 400, the 450, and the 550. That makes sense? Got it. Yep, those go to 600. Look at that pretty blue. Shit, I almost forgot the adhesion promoter. This is like vital for that plastic if I ever want the paint to stick on that textured trim. I did scuff it with a Scotch-Brite, but this is where it's at. I'm gonna go put this on. Okay, adhesion has been promoted, hopefully. You guys ever use the masking tape trick on pouring the paint? Sometimes it works pretty good. You basically make yourself a little dam with tape on the edges. Make yourself a nice little V, nice sharp point here. Then you've got a nice handy pour spout, more or less. Probably less. Let's see, what'd I say, 400? 8 to 1 to 2, 4, okay, yeah, sure. 400-ish, give her hell. Shooting this with the 1.3 tip. What else? I don't know, get yourself a paint gun, screw around in the backyard and have fun, I guess. That's the only advice I got. All right, wish me luck. Okay, here we go. Again, not meant to cover. It's meant for color. Okay, good. Okay. This is going to be tricky here a little bit. I may just have to do a little right hand action. Hey-oh, 8-ball corner pocket. The damn light. Okay. That's good enough. Again, our goal here is just to get that first coat down. Okay. Oh, there's sweat on there. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. I sweat on it right there. Sweat droplets. If this was base clear, I could get that out, but I'm kind of committed. I'm probably going to make it worse if I mess with it, so all we can do is bury it. All right, drop coat time. Welcome back. New day, the sun is out. So let's go check on our paint that I'd painted in the dark last night, see how that turned out. Roll pan looks really good. It turned out nice. The blue's really pretty, hope it matches. But it looks good. The hood is, you know, it's a hood. It's got blue paint on it. It's not terrible. It modeled pretty bad over here. I couldn't really see this that well, you know, since it was dark. And there's some trash in it. There's some fisheye, little popping, you know, kind of solvent stuff here and there, but it's not terrible. I couldn't go over this with the wax and grease remover because it was basically melting the primer. So just kind of had to just do it with what I could. So anyways, This needed a whole other round of prime and block, which I knew, but I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to take the time to do it, which, you know, this looks a million times better than what we had, and that's the point. That's what I was going for. Anyways, looks good. Let's start carting these parts inside and getting them put on. I already pulled 2 of the flares, put them in. Also show you here last night, I got the front end done. I finished putting the steering components in last night, late last night. In that abyss under there of darkness is the all new front steering components, drag link, tie rods, adjuster sleeve, idler arm, all that. So we just need to get this thing back on the ground, roll it around a little bit, and get the tape measure out, set the toe on it, get it in the ballpark, and then at some point I'll take it and get it aligned properly. Which one's gonna look better? This or this? Alrighty, let's see if we can get this hood off. Loud. Should be a real blast. There we go. Don't scratch the paint, too late. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Scratched it up. I knew it. Got a scratch right there and chipped the paint. No, I think the chip was already there. There's part of me that kind of wants to tape the edges on this thing, and a part of me that kind of doesn't care. Sort of feeling like the kind of don't care part is probably going to win out. But let's see. Oh. That didn't go quite as planned. You see that vertical? Not gonna lie, I felt it in my ankle. Let's not do that again. End up back at physical therapy. All right, we're halfway home. I was halfway home. There was dogs barking in the yard, and paint booths floating in the wind and stuff. I was in a tree, I don't know what I was doing. I was sniffing paint fumes. But I was halfway home. I know, it's almost home. It's Craig Morgan. Give me a break. Singing my own version. Y'all keep your old moving blankets. They come in handy for stuff. Somebody should have really blasted and painted these for the total restoration we just did. You think anybody's ever taken an S10 to Pebble Beach? It's got me thinking. Probably not, huh? More likely to end up at the Farm and Ranch show than Pebble Beach. Finally, we got it adjusted. The gaps are close enough. Pretty good there. Pretty even, pretty good here. Close enough. I mean, between the orange peel, well, actually the orange peel is not bad at all. It's pretty damn good. It's the trash in the paint, a little bit of fish eyes, and a little bit of modeling. I mean, it fits right in, other than it's really shiny and slightly the wrong shade of blue. But, you know, if you stand back and it just kind of catches you out of the corner of the eye, it's not terrible. And in an odd and completely dumb stroke of luck, I just checked the toe. Front is exactly 55.5. Rear was 55.5 plus the 16th. So what is that, 9/16? So towed in a 16th, and I didn't even touch the tie rod adjusters. And that's what I was shooting for, was a 16th end. So steering wheel is straight. I don't know, I guess the tires are pretty straight. We'll run that. I would say we're pretty much done with it for now. This is going to be the last episode on the S10 here for a little while, but I think we need to go use it. So what do you say? I got a bunch of scrap metal from working on this thing, plus a bunch of other junk I've accumulated, and I want to know what it weighs. So how about let's load this thing up with some scrap iron and let's take it to the scrap place and let's see what it weighs. I don't know. And put this little unit to the test. Oh, and maybe go take it and do some burnouts too. I wonder what the towing capacity is on an S10. It's been lowered with no overload leafs. I don't know. Guess we're gonna find out. We're loaded up. Let's see if we can go make a few bucks in scrap iron. Right, here we go. Okay, well, we're turning in here, so I think we might have made it. Made it this far. That's great. 3680 way down. Let's see how many flats we can get out here. See what we can do. Started back up. Let's go see how much money we made and see how much she weighs. $29.80. So $29.80, that's me in it. It's probably half a tank of fuel, give or take. I got a laptop in here. I got a tripod, 2 tripods. I got 3 cameras, a battery pack, 3 buckets, 2 ratchet straps, a GoPro. So I don't know, $29.80. I'm, you know, depending on if it's fajita night or not, I'm about 175 to 180 pounds. So plus all this gear's at least 20 pounds of shoes, keys, wallet, phone, blah. So knock off a couple 100 pounds at least. So 200 to 220, 30 pounds. So it's probably 2750 to 2770 range, realistically, 2780, something like that. So not too bad, not too bad. My guess was 2800 pounds, so it was pretty damn close. So we'll call it, you know, we'll call it 2750 for fun. Just out for a little country drive here with the S10 today. This morning. So far, so good. Man, this thing running at 150 on the temperatures. I wish it'd get a little hotter, but it is still fairly cool outside. Good oil pressure, good voltage. Needs an alignment. Probably needs a different carburetor. Well, it does. I don't know. The thing runs pretty good. Out here, gonna cruise around and go to one of my storage locations. I got to look at a vehicle I have out here and
scope it out and see what kind of parts we need to order for that one. Upcoming project, stay tuned. All right, anybody want to see if it'll do a burnout? Back on the road. Well, it'll do a burnout. We need a line lock on this thing for sure. Probably need a tack too. I was afraid to get too rowdy with it since I don't have a tack on it. Well, I think that's going to do it for this episode of the Fixin Rusty YouTube channel, and going to do it here for a while for our 88 S10. We've got a few little things to work through. I need to source a better carburetor for it. I just don't want to spend an arm and a leg on it, but I realize I'm probably going to have to. And I need to get a tack, a good tack put back in it, get that Summit tack. You know, it didn't work out, so got it sent back. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with this thing. I think it turned out great. This was an $800 marketplace find that came with a few parts, and you know, now it's quite the truck. So it hauls ass, it hauls scrap metal. I mean, it does everything you want a truck to do. So it does burnouts, but I think that that's it for this one for a while. We will bring it back though. Next up, I got a couple different vehicles. I'm trying to decide between which ones to work on, so you guys will just have to stay tuned and find out what that's going to look like. If you want to follow along on social media, I'm on the Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok somehow. It's at Fixin Rusty on all of those. Sometimes I put some, you know, updates on different junk I buy and different things like that on there that might not be on the channel. So anyways, appreciate you guys also subscribing, liking, all the comments, everything like that. It really helps the channel grow. YouTube seems to like that thing, and they seem to push my videos more when you do that. Anyways, thanks again. But I guess until next time, guys, I will see you on the next one.